Welcome to our Sticking with Chemistry series, celebrating Chemistry Week 2020. I'm Rebecca Reed, and I'm part of the Outreach Department here at the Fort Worth Museum of Science and History. We're so excited to have you join us today. Let's get started. Today we're going to do an art project using glue called Black Art Glue. So you're going to need a few different things. You're going to need a bottle of glue, you're going to need some black acrylic paint, some watercolors, I'm using liquid watercolors, some water and a brush to paint with, and then you're going to need some white cardstock or some watercolor paper. Something a little thicker, not like photocopy paper. You want something with a little bit more heft to it. So the way we start this is you're going to open up your glue and you're going to put in some black paint. Now you don't want probably a full bottle of glue because you need space for that paint. Now once you get that black paint in there, you're going to shake it up and mix it up until you can see how mine looks black. And so that's what you want. Then once you've created that black glue, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to create a design on your paper using it. It's going to kind of look like a stained glass window. And so what you need to do is you may want to plan it out with a pencil first if that's kind of how you work. Or if you want to just go freehand, you can do that too. And so you're just going to open up your bottle of glue. And you may want to practice on a different sheet of paper first too if you're not sure how it's going to work. And so then you're just going to draw pictures. And so you can see it just kind of comes out. And the key is you want to make sure, you can see here on mine in a few spots, I have some gaps in my lines right here. You want to make sure that those gaps, that you go back and fill those in with your glue. So I'll go back through and I'll fill those in. You just want to create different shapes. You can create actual pictures if you want or abstract designs, whatever you think looks good. So we'll do that. We'll make a little heart over here maybe, kind of whatever you like. So you'll get all that. And then you have to wait. You have to let it dry. And so you can see, like, here's my design right now. Then I'm going to set that aside and let it dry. Now I have one here that we've already made, that we've already let dry. And so when it dries, it's kind of a matte black, and it sort of looks like the solder on a stained glass window. So once you have it all dry, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to fill that in with paint. And we think watercolor paint is the best for this. But you can try other paint and see what happens. If you do try a different kind of paint, we would love to see how that turns out. And you're welcome to send us pictures. So what you want to do is you just want to take your watercolor paints and you just want to fill in the different spaces in your design, the different pictures. You maybe want to fill in some of the negative space too. And you can see you just kind of want to make that. So I made a nice red triangle on mine. And you can do all different colors. Also, if you wanted, you could, do more than one color in a space. We'll try doing a little yellow and a little green in one space and see how that turns out. And so you just paint that in. And once you're confident and you're done with that, then you need to wait again. You need to set it aside and let it dry. So there you can see I filled in a few shapes with the watercolor paint. And I have one here that we finished doing. We made a flower one. But you can see this is kind of what it's going to look like when it's done. We painted a little bit around the outside of this one. We filled in the different shapes. And you can see how we use that black glue to make those kind of looking solder lines to look kind of like a stained glass window. Thank you for joining us today for our National Chemistry Week video. We hope to see you soon at the Fort Worth Museum of Science and History.